How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel for a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about the Tekken Talk Live that just happened. It was focused on the post-release roadmap that the Bandai Namco team is going to be taking when it comes to Tekken 8's future. And we got some pretty big news coming out of it. So let me go ahead and start that off by touching on the Tekken Shop. So the Tekken Shop, right? This is going to be a system that's going to be it's going to be an in-game store, basically, of course, as the name implies, and it will include legacy costumes for you to purchase. Now, this will actually cost you IRL money, $4 to be exact per costume. And to be honest, of course, there's going to be mixed reactions on this, but I think it's fair. I think it's fair, and they will, Bandai Namco said that they will be continuing to update the Tekken Shop once or twice a month to bring us new content. And of course, if you don't want to participate in that, you don't have to. You don't have to buy these costumes, right? But the team did make it a point to say that all the money that will be made from the Tekken Shop will simply go back into the company to invest more into Tekken 8, and as a result, they're gonna make it a better game. That's basically where all the money is going to be going to, right back into the game itself. Now, let's move on to character adjustments. So character adjustments, the Tekken team is actively looking at Twitter, and they're taking feedback into account when it comes to this game. Certain adjustments will be made, I believe they said in April. So prior to the Tekken World Tour kicking off, there will be certain character adjustments made. Victor's throw window comes to mind, among others. The purpose of this is to make the game work, quote unquote, work like they intended, to kind of paraphrase what they said. So basically, they're gonna look at the game, fix the bugs, make some character adjustments in preparation for the TWT to kick off this coming April, so fairly soon. And when it comes to major balance updates, nothing in particular was mentioned, but it's our suspicion, I suspect that major balance updates will be included once every single DLC character comes. So when Eddy gets released, there's probably going to be a balance updates, and so on and so forth. If that's not the case, then I anticipate a full balance update being released once season 1 is over, wave 1 is over, and we move on to season 2. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen, but of course we just got to keep it in mind and wait it out to see what other news comes out of the Tekken team. Let's go on to the online updates that they have for us. So the Tekken team is brainstorming ideas on how to make online better. What type of content can they bring us to give it more life, as opposed to just sticking to lobby, quick match, and ranked, right? What else can they add? So some of the ideas that were thrown around was Ghost versus Ghost. So in this mode, you would have your ghost fighting another ghost. So player ghost versus another player ghost. It would be interesting to start content and also to start conversation. For example, let's say there is a relatively unknown player who is starting to make a name for himself or herself through local in-person tournaments and online tournaments. Okay, so now this up-and-coming player who is clearly talented, we all want to see, okay, how would they fare against a top-tier professional like Anakin, like Nee, like Arslan Ash? How would they fare against them in competition? Well, let's run a simulation. Have their ghost versus the other ghost, run a set, and let's see which ghost comes out on top. And that can be a good point for conversation starters and content, because let's say this up-and-coming player's ghost takedowns Arslan's ghost. Now we're wondering, okay, how would that go in real life? How accurate is that? And then it would create a narrative for when, if they ever do meet in tournament, they can bring that up. So I think it's something that would be interesting to see play out, the ghost versus ghost mechanic that they're talking about. Other things that were hinted at was an online practice mode, and I don't know why, but I swear I thought this was already included in Tekken 8. I thought this was already a feature in Tekken 8, but I guess I'm remembering wrong. I don't know what happened there, but online practice mode, that would be helpful. It was a feature in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, so they should definitely bring it back to Tekken 8, and it'd be a good learning tool for everybody. Now, another thing that they did that I believe Michael Murray said that he has an idea of introducing crew battles. So 3 versus 3, 5 versus 5, a crew battle, team versus team mode. This is something that's a really good idea, and immediately it got a positive reception. This would produce more competition, and it would see the rise of crew battles and the desire to establish which team is more dominant. You can have your esport team versus another esport team, or region versus region. You could have ATL versus New York, Seattle versus Portland, and the list goes on, whatever the heck, right? There would be so much freedom and creativity to establish a team and seeing really which team is the strongest, and there could be tournaments for that. So it's something that is a good idea, and I hope that they do include this, because it would be sick to see, to be honest, and it would just produce more competition. It would keep the game alive, give us something new to work with, and I think they should definitely bring this into the mix. Dealing with rage quitters. Rage quitting in Tekken 8 is a problem. It's a constant problem, and as of right now, there's no penalty for users who plug in rage quit. In fact, as of right now, if someone rage quits on you and you're on a winning streak, you lose that winning streak. All right, so that's crazy to me, and something has to be done about this. And thankfully, Bandai Namco is already exploring the idea of how to deal with this. So one thing that was touched on as a beginning step is to show the disconnect ratio of a player, which, of course, is a good beginning step, because it would let you know, okay, this type of player has a habit of plugging, so let me not play with them. So that's just going to make it more difficult for a person who rage quits, to find a match. So that's good. It turns out that they already have a list of frequent rage quitters who they are looking to ban permanently. So this was a surprise to a lot of us, because this means that they're truly looking out for the players and are looking to provide a solution to make an overall better experience for the online community. Now, there are a lot of legal matters that they have to work out. It definitely depends on where a specific individual is living, because online laws might be different for their specific region, their country, and they want to gain all the information possible, have all their legal matters set straight before they implement this, because they don't want to get sued for denial of online services, right? That's just, nobody wants that, right? This is nice to hear. So they basically said, hey, y'all out there who are plugging consistently, you better watch out, because your days are coming to an end. Your days are numbered. So that's something that a lot of people like, that they're actually doing that. And of course, people who have the occasional hiccup of losing connection for honest purposes, you guys won't be in danger. It's going to be the serial rage quitters that are going to be penalized, and let's see what happens with that. And of course, the team is encouraging us to use the report button, because they are looking into it, they're building their list, and they really do want to provide a permanent solution for this. In the meantime, something I would personally like to see, if banning isn't possible, is to have serial rage quitters enter a purgatory, where they can only match up with people as bad as themselves. So let them be miserable together, something like that. But I'm glad that a solution is being looked at, and I hope to see it very soon. I think that's all I got. I think I touched on the main points. Of course, we have the collabs coming with clothing and whatever the heck. We had Eddy's gameplay, which I made a separate video on, but overall, it's looking good so far. I like what I heard, and we do have more Tekken Talks coming up, so we all got to keep an eye out for that. But regardless, it seems like Tekken 8 is very positive in reception. The team wants to continue providing its best possible service, and they are listening. They're looking into our concerns, our feedback, and trying to address the issues as much as possible in a reasonable amount of time. So it's nice to see that they're trying to support their game. Anyway, that's gonna do it for right now. So let me know what y'all thought. Other than that, hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.